Hello there, croissant and welcome. I'm Shadow Lumox and I'm back on No Man's Sky for the final part of the Emergence expedition. This has been a very interesting hunt for these, investigating these Titan worms. So sit back and enjoy the final part of Emergence, the adventures of Captain Lumox. Previously on the adventures of Captain Lumox. I was able to find a piece of technology called an archive override implant. The captain has made me commander of the frigate, and I was able to find the resources underwater that I needed to finish this implant device, this archive override implant. Captain's log. I'm nearing the end of this hunt, and I'm about to make my way to the final rendezvous point. Maybe I'll find more about this cult, if they still exist. Something that worships these Titans. Surely they would have sacrificed themselves to them. It certainly sounds like that was their intention. Fortunately, the upgrade I've made to my hyperdrive means I can just jump straight to the next rendezvous. Hopefully, everything will be quite straightforward. But when's that ever happened for me? Captain Lumox out. Captain's log supplemental. The more I continue on this journey, the more valuable loot I find. Or I seem to become more and more targeted by pirates. Starts to pose a little bit of a threat, but I can still hold them off. I'm making my way now to the final rendezvous. See what I can find. It looks like another burning planet. Hopefully my environmental systems will be able to withstand whatever this planet has to offer for me. My initial thoughts were quite right. This is a planet of extreme heat. Flames all around me. I only have 500 U's though until we get to my target. I'm gonna have to use quite a lot of resources to keep my shields up, so I best make my way quickly. Although with the storm clearing, this may be a bit easier, but we'll see. Captain Lumox out. Captain's log. Managed to make my way quickly to the next rendezvous, not wanting to spend too much time out in this heat. It's another abandoned facility. Hopefully I can at least get some respite from the storm and see if I can access the computer. The residual goop is all over the surfaces. If I clear it away, maybe I'll be able to access something. User identified, terminal now active, unlocking data log for analysis. It looked like a wound on the world, crimson and ragged edged, like something that once lived but was then torn asunder. Should have stayed away. It's a log I've come across before, but strange that it seems to be repeating. See if I can find anything deeper in the data. Just some nanites. I'm going to continue looking around the building, see if I can find anything of use. Captain Lumox out. Captain's log supplemental. Didn't find much in the fifth rendezvous, although I have found more Titan burrows, which I've been clearing. I'm going to make my way back to the ship now. Fortunately, due to the intense storms, my jetpack is working far more efficiently than normal. But for now, I just want to get out of this weather. See what I've found. Captain Lumox out. Captain's log, supplemental. Found another worm skin folio from one of these Titan burrows, with more words carved into these living documents. Curse the agony of regurgitation. Curse that this feeble flesh that still confines me My brethren were reborn, rising from the blessed dust as fresh tendrils, glistening capillaries to the great veins, slithering away into the sand. I will be patient until the next storm. Captain Lumox's log supplemental. Gathered a few more of those, or cleared another Titan burrow. But judging from the last manuscript I found, it seems these cult figures believe they've been reincarnated as these tendrils that are guarding the burrows. I don't even know if that's true. They do seem to be everywhere though. Captain's log supplemental. I'm beginning to make much heads or tails these writing manuscripts I've been getting. Seem to suggest one thing, but I can't say for certain what is going on. My next course of action is to use this implant that I've just installed to access a planetary archive. I'm going to make my way to a space station now to purchase some maps. That should lead me to a local planetary archive that I can access. Captain Lumox, out. Captain's log. I was able to purchase a few commercial navigation charts and should lead me to an inhabited outpost. Hopefully one of them will be a planetary archive. Didn't have many navigation chips to exchange. We'll see what I can get now. An observatory has been found, so let's see what I can find. Captain Lumox out.
Technology recharge.
Captain's log. The chart I've purchased didn't lead me to planetary archive, but it seems to have led me to this observatory. Activated the terminal, and as I stand at the terminal and watch a beacon from an unknown star endlessly play itself out on the screen. The pattern seems clear, but what to enter? 2738, 7382, 3827. If the pattern continues, as each number is moved to the left one, and the number on the left then becomes the number on the right, the next entry should be 8273. I discover a location within the distant stars. This observatory seems to have led me somewhere. Possibly off planet. An ancient ruin may be worth looking into. But for now, I'm going to continue my search for a planetary archive. Captain Lumox out. Captain's log, supplemental. Decided to try my luck on the other planet in the system that had the ancient ruins. Although I've gone from a planet of heat to a planet of radiation. Seem to have found an old Korvax ruins. Hopefully I can gain some recent language information from this place. We'll see what I can find now. The ancient marker hums at a frequency that burrows deep into my being, filling me with the voice of the Korvax echoes. Knowledge paves the way to understanding of probability. The Atlas spoke of in fragments. The Atlas interfaces are their shadows. The monoliths are their scattered children. Together they convey the wisdom of the infinite. They must be understood.
Radiation protection falling.
Thankfully I've been able to gain some information from this Korvax monument, but I'm still no closer to finding what I really want. Captain Lumox out. Captain's log. After a long search, encompassing 2 planets, I've managed to find a planetary archive. Hopefully, I can gain more information. To Korvac Station, unfortunately, I'm not well versed in their language and dialect. The archive is intended only for its own species. I'm going to use the archive override implant to see what I can find. Locked documents requested, override successful. Warning, significant cognito hazard detected. Biological entity should proceed with extreme caution. Accessing. We heard them before we saw them. We felt them before we heard them. The children were the first to notice, running home with tails of earth moving under their toes, a thump, 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 thundering deep below the sand. I doubted, we all did, until the day of the great storm. As the first heavy raindrops hit the dust, the rumbling deepened. Everyone heard it. Something huge was shifting beneath the surface of the planet. See, cried our children, in brief triumph, before hiding fearful faces. We were all afraid. But when the first worm breached the surface, we couldn't look away. It was breathtaking. So colossal was the beast that it cast our whole settlement into darkness, splitting the sky like black lightning as it leapt overhead. Worm by worm, they rose from the desert. A few at first, and then dozens, bursting from the ground and diving back below, migrating. The ingestion cycle has been tradition for as long as anyone can remember. There are no requirements to become a sacrifice, no restrictions of status or age. We are all equal under the great worms. Anyone may enter the maw. Every storm season, we each hope to be chosen. We arrange ourselves in lines across the desert, arms lifted to the sky. Seems the manuscripts together tell the story of the first settlers to come across the worms, and as I thought, saw them as some sort of deities, great beasts. They've been offering themselves as sacrifice, possibly to become those tendrils that guard the burrows. But who knows? I still have a few places to go in my journeys. A rendezvous with Atlas now awaits. Captain Lumox out. Captain's log supplemental. In order to find an Atlas station, I've come to the anomaly to speak to Polo, who's been able to give me coordinates to an Atlas station. I'm going to travel there now to see what Atlas wants of this cursed dust. Hopefully, it is within easy range.
Station coordinates received.
It seems there was one close by. I'm gonna head there now and see what Atlas wants. Captain Lumox out. I'm presented with the Atlas, or at least the geometric construct of the Atlas entity. I'm unable to understand the language it's using. The Atlas has called me to this interface, and yet its purpose remains unclear. It demands worship, it demands obedience, it welcomes me, it knows what I am. It offers the gift of true understanding. But why? Why does such power and knowledge crave submission? It knows my thoughts before I know them myself. It knows what I will do. The Atlas asks me to follow its path. I will present the cursed dust. And the Atlas does not react. It remains an unfathomable, serene machine. It was too much to expect it to be moved by mortal concerns, no matter how large they loom over my small existence. But as I turn to leave, the interface flickers. Blueprints for a strange piece of technology are transmitted to my exosuit. No words accompany this broadcast. And I've been given the blueprints for a visceral synthesizer, a piece of otherworldly technology. Its inviting membranes are soft, gel-like, pulsing with a gentle crimson radiance. Its warm embrace allows users to extract any vile spawn from the embryotic sacs of hungering tendrils. I think Atlas wants me to harvest these cores. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I have the resources to build this technology.
Technology installed.
Now all I need to do is find some more Titan burrows and harvest their cores. Captain Lumox out. Captain's log supplemental. I've managed to get one of those vile spawns
Weather update. Storm
from the hanging tendrils in the Titan burrows. There seems to be a fragile embryo of a hungering tendril still dripping with mucal butter.
extreme
Its
temperature
wails and
detected.
recoils when touched. May be extracted from embryotic sacs. Not sure why I need these, but they seem straightforward to collect now. Captain Lumox out. Captain's log and the final log of this hunt. Don't know why the Titan worms have suddenly reappeared, but thanks to the hunt that the Atlas has sent me on, I know that they are ancient beings who were once worshipped and are guarded by what are supposedly the people who worship these worms and sacrifice themselves to become tendrils. But even with limited answers, I have been given the technology to deal with and to harvest them. So I'm going to continue my journey of exploration, knowing that I can deal with these magnificent yet deadly creatures. Captain Lumox, out.